Hello, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a good day today, good weekend. Make sure everything's working here correctly. Okay. Okay. Okay, hello everyone. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hello.
I know, I started out kind of late, and I'm sorry for that. I've just had so many things to do today, and also taking precautions to make sure that griefers can't join. Hey, Jason. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hey, Wilzer. Hey, Gil. Hey, GTA player Victor, Big Boss, Matt. Okay. Okay, let me check up on my businesses right now. Looked at those in some time here. Well, we're gonna see. There's like, a week and a half left until the event month ends, and so we'll see what, what's on Red Dead Online in like a week and a half, if there's anything. I'm not familiar much with the Godfather movie or game, but I'm still enjoying watching it and giving it a chance. Enjoyed part 3. Well, thank you, Mr. Waifu. Thanks, man. I don't think I'm gonna do the Godfather 2 right after the Godfather 1, because there's a sequel to that game, but, I might wait a little bit and just do the Godfather 2, like, a later part this year. I think I'll do another game right after Godfather 1, because it'll be a lot of extortion again in, like, the stores and the compounds, and so I'll save that probably for another part, another playthrough. Yeah, we're all good, Carlos. We don't really have to worry about any of that happening here. I should probably feed my horse here. I also apologize again for starting late, guys. I do really apologize. I know I said it'd start much earlier, but I've just been busy with just a few things, and... okay. I blew his head off, but I didn't kill him. Okay, we got that. That's done. Yeah, that a lot of people like that King of the Hill meme that I made. I found it so funny that Rockstar, the Rockstar Games official Twitter accidentally liked the Save Red Dead Online tweet. They just helped the movement even more. I guess we'll see what happens, right? A week and a half until next event. Do you guys in the chat, do you guys think that Rockstar is gonna, like, reveal the next update, like, March 1st? Or do you think it's just gonna be another event month? Let me know in the comments. Event month. No. No. Event month, event month. More beans on sale. Another bounty hunting month. Oh. Yeah, I don't see one person. Okay, one person says they might, but it's, the vast majority of people I see saying that it's gonna be an event.
Good. You have arrived. Bon. You are
Ready to drive?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they drop another Outlaw Pass with no content. I wouldn't be surprised they did that. Hey Pro, can I join your game? I also love the streams. Hey Specialist, possibly. Because we're in a private lobby right now, and I think that at max you can only have 6 people in here. So it's, when somebody leaves, somebody could possibly invite you. Thank you for the super chat, though.
Quickly and in one piece. Yes.
I think it could be another event just to make Red Dead players more angry, man. Screw the Rockstar bosses. They should lose their jobs and get another terrible job they can do. Yep. Okay, taking this to the cabin. This is pretty close by, too. Okay, I'm gonna stop at this checkpoint here. Or no, they're just letting us go through. Okay. Yeah, I probably should have waited until daytime before I sold this wagon, but whatever. Hello from Idaho. Hello, man. Here we go. This is sold now. Will I play GTA 5? I'll probably play when Expanded and Enhanced comes out, but I'm not expecting much from it. I think it's a ripoff. Maybe Mr. Badman, I'll have the next part up tonight. If not, maybe, I'll have it up tomorrow then, earlier. What is the max amount of players in your lobby? I think it's 6, because we're in a private one. I really like how you care and show sympathy to people who support you when someone is, having a rough time or a bad day. Well, thank you, Eric. Yeah, we've all been there, and I always want to be positive to people and help people out, and I just always like talking and interacting with my viewers. I don't know why a lot of YouTubers don't talk to their viewers. I don't understand that. You know, I know that they can't talk to every viewer. I get that, but it's like, you know, at least try. Make an attempt to do so. But there's like some you know, streamers that'll just stream for like hours and won't even reply to one comment. Yes, I'm gonna do Red Dead Redemption 1 one day as a playthrough too, and I'll play it on my Xbox One. So it's yeah, I played Red Dead Redemption 1 when it first came out too. Okay, let's go check the Moonshine business, see if we need anything else here. I should probably check my trader business. I haven't looked at that in so long. Thank you, Clint Eastwood, for subscribing. A famous director subscribed to my YouTube channel. Well, I play Ghost of Tsushima. I did. I did already play Ghost of Tsushima on the channel, but I could do another playthrough this time dressing up as Jin.
Un moment, please. Allons-y. This one will punch hard.
Just wanted to say that I really love your lore video on Julius. Oh, Mr. Saints fan Godzilla is here. Wow. Hey, what's up, man? Make sure you guys check him out. He's a Saints Row channel. I'm surprised you saw that one. I actually, honestly, I didn't expect the Julius video to get that much attention. Like, it's approaching 100,000 views. I think it's like 70,000 views now. I only expected it maybe to get a few thousand views. I didn't expect it to blow up that much. But the video's doing pretty good. It's when Saints Row used to, like, Saints Row used to have a good story and, like, you know, interesting characters and backstories and everything before, you know, it is when all the crazy stuff, challenge goals, okay, that's streak, Moonshiner, you should do a Sadie...
still has, like, a third left.
My camp?
Yes.
Okay, we'll take a look at that in a moment. You should do a Sadie Adler lore detailing her character growth throughout the story mode. Keep up the good work. Been watching for about 2 years. Thank you, Apples. Thank you, man. Do appreciate it. Played with a band for 2 minutes. Okay, we'll do that.
Da-dum-bum. Faraway songs I hear. Da-dum-dum. Or the skies so clear.
I liked how even though you had many of your viewers try to control what content you did on your channel, you still did what you wanted to do. Yep. Thank you for that. I do appreciate that.
Okay, boys, just like always.
Okay.
Sure.
I had, unfortunately, like, you know, there was, you know, people unfortunately were trying to dictate to me what I could and couldn't play, when I started changing up my channel. But, you know, I stuck with what I was doing, and, you know, there's that. I'm happy with what I have now. Who is more evil, Claude Speed from GTA 3 or the Raiders Fiends from the Fallout games, and for what reason? Crime-based actions and all that. I don't know, really. I mean, maybe equally. Like, both the Raiders and Claude really have no conscience. I'd say maybe Claude is more evil, because, at least some of the Raiders care about each other. So there's that. Thank you, JD. Claude doesn't care about anyone, though. Right now it's 9:23 p.m. where I'm at. Do you think Nico Bellic had a good reason for killing Vlad? Yeah. Vlad was just a scumbag. And, you know, and how much, you know, bad things did Vlad do? When will I stop doing what? Evening, Mr. Professional. Hello, Electra Gaming. What was the first game I 100% completed? The first game that I ever 100% completed was a game called The Saboteur. It was on the PS3. It was a open world World War II game. Okay. Yeah, I'll do Godfather 2 in the future. Not really. Claude doesn't really... There's no proof that Claude really considers 8-Ball his friend. Please answer any tips for new content creators on how often to upload to get into the algorithm. The algorithm, it's weird. Like, the algorithm, it depends on likes. You know, the more video has likes, the more chances it's going to be, you know, recommended. But it's also depending on how often the person uploads. So it's best to upload every day, I'd say, in my opinion. If you can't upload every day, try to upload every other day.
Risky business. Stills blow, barrels get contaminated.
Sometimes the algorithm is weird because like videos from like several years ago randomly start getting recommended.
Just how risky it really is. You know what to do.
Pro, can you tell me why do mobsters have to give their boss a cut when they make money? Because he's the boss. That's really the reason. Because they have to pay tribute to the boss. I upload whenever I feel like it. Yeah, I mean that's good. That's good to do too. But you know, it's just I just recommend for people the algorithm to upload at least every other day if they can. Claude Speed is that person where if you screw him over or betray him, he basically goes full Terminator mode and will hunt them for days on end. Yup, Claude is like that. Oh, because I'm playing the Godfather of the game right now. That's why people ask me questions about the Mafia. And I also, like, did lore videos talking about Mafia characters before. And, like, explaining things. So, there's that. Okay, I'm gonna put on free aim. Who's much worse, Devin or Dmitry Raskolov? Oh, Dmitry, by far. Dmitry. Oh, man, Dmitry is like a whole nother level than Devin. The only thing I'd say is that Devin Weston probably has more connections than Dmitry, but Dmitry is by far much worse and much more evil. Good shot there. Ah. Poison it. You can do this mission stealth. That's what a lot of people don't know about. Be careful who you drop here. Those two guys on the right, leave them alone. Okay, wait, guys.
There's two guys on the left, just like there's two guys on the right.
Okay. Two poisoned. What the? What just happened? What? What was that?
I think we're okay. I think it's just leave the area right now. Just leave the area.
Okay,
no
yeah,
what
leave
happens.
the area. I guess I don't know what. Okay, everyone just leave the area. I don't know what was that. I just poisoned the moonshine still and it just blew up in my face. I don't know what that was. That was weird. Okay. Are you planning on doing a playthrough of GTA 5 story mode sometime in the future? Would also love to see some analysis video on some characters and missions. Save Reddit Online. Thank you, Ambassador. Yes, and I'll be doing it. I'll be probably doing a playthrough of GTA 5 when Expanded and Enhanced comes out. So I'll probably do that. And thank you, Bunny. I played the PSP version of The Godfather back then. Very limited compared to console versions, but it was still still pretty fun. Yeah, I played the PS2 version. The PS2 version had a lot of fun with, but I never realized the PS3 version just had so much more content than the PS2 version. Thank you, Bunny. Thank you, Peanut. Are you interested in Cyberpunk at all? The game recently got a next-gen upgrade, and it's a big improvement. I don't know. I've just never personally been into futuristic games much, and that launch wasn't the greatest. I know it improved a lot, but I don't know if I'd really get into it. Thank you, Tay, Aaron, if I'm reading your name correctly. Would you do a God of War in the future? Maybe. I've never played those games, though. I personally think that the Raiders are more evil because they kill innocents, children, and pregnant women just because they can for any reason. Well, Claude will kill anyone also. You gotta remember that. Claude really doesn't care. What's the most shocking death in a GTA game? Thank you, Bandu fan. Probably when, Manny and his cameraman get killed by Elizabeta. Or maybe even Roman's death in the deal ending.
Sorry.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
That's unintentional.
Pro, I think you will play GTA Vice City. I still have a Vice City, like, 100% stream that I'm planning on doing. Gotta get around to doing that. You still haven't gotten your letter from Crips? Oh, well, that's, I would send Rockstar a support ticket at that point.
Getting a little low on supplies here.
I'll donate all of this, need to donate some more stuff here. Oh, thank you. You didn't need to donate that, but I appreciate it. There's smoke coming from over there. Wonder what that's about. Have you seen any gang members in real life? I've seen a few bikers while driving around. No, I don't think I've seen any gang members in real life. In New York City, though, when I was growing up, I've seen people that I think would be considered mobsters on the streets, but I'm not 100% certain on that. Mafia's had a decent presence in Queens and Brooklyn, but I did see Hell's Angels one time. Those guys, I seen them. Seen those guys in a diner once. No, I don't think I've seen gang members. No. Professional, I know I've asked this question already, but is there a Manhunt playthrough by any chance coming? Yes, Alan, I do want to do that, but I'm just a little scared at the same time that YouTube is just going to go crazy and just give me a strike or something, because that game is very gruesome compared to other Rockstar games. Because when I tried to play, like, Call of Duty World at War, for instance, I got a strike for, like, gruesome content. And Call of Duty World at War, like, it's less violent than, like, Manhunt. Will you upload The Godfather today, my guy? Maybe, Los87. Thank you for the super chat. I'll have to see. If I don't get around to it tonight, 100% it'll be up early tomorrow. Hello, Pro. I'll stay for a bit, but I'll be on for a bit, tired, lol, but I'll sure to catch the VOD afterwards. Save Reddit Online. Also, 6 months hype. Thank you, man. Thank you for still supporting my channel. I do appreciate it. And Gamer, how's your job in retail going? Is everything still going good there? Were they vicious when you saw the Hells Angels? No. Like, it was just, you know, they probably did illegal acts, you know, I didn't see it, but I just saw them in a diner. That was it. They just sat down and ate and had food. That was it. It was, I remember, it was, you know, it was like 2013, It was 2013, and I remember I went to Florida with my friend, and we were coming back, and we ended up driving through New Jersey, and then stopped in like a diner in New Jersey, and a bunch of them just came in and ate. That was it. Hey, Professional, did you ever play The Warriors by Rockstar? No, I haven't. Thank you, Stormy. And, thank you, Luz Angel. Hey, Pro, I know that you really don't like the Saints Row games beyond the second one, but will you be playing Saints Row 3 and 4? Yeah, I think I'll play, I think I'll play them one day. I don't know, maybe. I'll have to see. I beat Saints Row 3 and 4, so it's not like I don't know what happens. I know the whole story. But I haven't done Saints Row 3 and 4 on my channel as a playthrough, and, I don't know. It's like, I just don't enjoy, like, Saints Row 3 and 4 as much as, like, the first and second game. I think the first and second game were the best ones, and I think the best one was the second game. Okay, is there no animals here that I can literally, give to Crips right now? Well, I've never heard of them, but thank you for the super chat, Los87. But you gotta remember, these people are criminals, and, you know, they, you know, you sit down even at a diner and you see them, like, eating, you know, they're just having a normal day, but, you know, behind the scenes, these guys do some pretty bad things. Well, they sell drugs, they kill people. It's, I'm not familiar with that gang that you described, but I know Hell's Angels, they used to be a lot bigger than they were, back in the day. They used to be much bigger, but, okay, we'll give this to Crips here.
I see a legendary cougar, or legendary animal over here.
Okay.
If you donate it, the whole thing, I think you can donate it still. I'm not sure.
Okay, if you want to get it, I'll come over to you in a moment. I'm just going to donate this deer to Crips right now. Hey, TJ. Okay. Racing or fighting or RPG? I don't know. Maybe RPGs. Maybe I'll play the Fallout games one day. They're still setting up training. They're planning to train 5 people at once. I may have to drop the membership. Depends on when I start my job. Oh, that's fine. Don't don't worry about it, gamer. You know, your job is the most important. I always appreciate any support, but it's don't worry about it, man.
We're well stocked for the time being.
Okay, there we go. That'll produce some more supplies there, or material stuff in the end. But I'll warn you. I'll warn you about one thing though. In retail, gamer, you told me that the people that you work with are nice people. So I guess there's that. But I will tell you that in a lot of retail places, and like anybody that works in retail or has worked in retail, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say this. In retail, it's very easy to get promoted. Like, you can get promoted really quickly. To supervisor and eventually to assistant manager. So it's fairly easy to work your way up in retail. However, though, they are big on the West Coast and enemies with the Hell's Angels. So we live in a bad neighborhood, so they look, well, I don't know if that necessarily frame it that way, but, I mean, thank you for the super chat, though, Los. There's witness? Where's the witness? Oh, no. Oh, come on. Another witness. I wish you could just scare these people like you could in the single player, because in the single player you didn't have to kill them, you could just scare them. Oh my god, another witness. Oh my god, these... Where do you think you're going? Okay, it's...
Okay, you're maxed out at the camp. We just need a little bit of time to complete.
Okay, there we go. Oh my god, it's gonna be another witness. Okay. The witnesses get annoying in this game. Okay. There we go. Oh my god, another witness. Okay, go away. Okay, here we go. Oh, what? And now about retail. Sorry, just got a little distracted by the witnesses there. So what I was saying about retail is, and this is, I hope that you take this advice, gamer. Oh, I can't donate it right now. Okay, somebody else take this then. It's a two-star pronghorn buck. It's pretty good. I can't donate because my stuff is full. So somebody, I'm gonna leave this in the camp. Anybody wants it, you can have it. Okay, now what I was saying about, is there triad gangs in real life? Of course. The triads are an international organization. They're massive. They are the triads, like, for instance, in Sleeping Dogs, the Sun On Yi was based on the Sun Yi On, and the 18K is based on the 14K. The Sun Yi On have, like, 25,000 members. So they're a very large organization. I don't think a lot of people realize how powerful the Chinese mafia actually is. Like, people see these Italian mafia movies and they think that the Italian mafia is the only major crime gang out there. But, there's other, you know, gangs out there that are pretty big. Oh, great, another witness. You know, I don't understand what's with these witnesses. Like, you know, if you see... Oh my god, another one. It's like... And I got another witness, too. Okay. I don't get these people. Like, if you see a bunch of dead bodies in the middle of the road, you know, the first thing I'd do is I'd turn around and get the hell out of there, and then get help. I wouldn't just go up to them and just start investigating and seeing what's going on. But, like, these witnesses are just bent on investigating everything. And then they even yell, "I'm gonna get the law." Like, you just yelled that right at somebody that just killed a bunch of people. It's just like... Okay, so now about retail, what I was saying. So anybody that works in retail or has worked in retail or plans on working in retail, you're gonna know what I'm talking about when I say this, and I hope this advice helps some people. So what I was saying before, in retail, it's really easy to get promoted. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, I'm getting out of here. I'm not going back there. You know, witness can investigate all they want, but it's So look, in retail, you can move up to a supervisor from a cashier pretty quickly, and then you can move up to a assistant manager. And manager, it's a little bit harder to become a manager, but it's fairly easy to become a supervisor and an assistant manager. Now, here's the thing. When I worked in retail, they tried to promote me several times as supervisor. Like, it's happened. They asked me if I wanted to get a promotion several times as supervisor, because I was unhappy with the wage that I was making. I felt like it wasn't fair, the amount of work that I put in for the company. I didn't feel like it was fair, the wage that I was getting for the work, because I would do night shifts. So I would do night shifts unloading this huge heavy truck. I'd be there from, like, 9 p.m. to, like, around 7, 8 a.m. And, even in the dead of winter when it was really cold outside, I'd just be sweating because of just all this lifting. It was just terrible. I hated it. And anyways, I was making like a little bit above minimum wage, and so I talked to my manager, and he wanted to promote me to supervisor. And the thing is, though, is that the reason I turned him down, I said no, and then later on they tried to promote me again, and they asked me like a few times, but I just kept saying no. And the reason is because I wanted a higher wage, but I didn't want a promotion. I wanted like a raise for my hard work. Because if I would take the supervisor position, they were only gonna give me like $1 or maybe like $2 more an hour. That was it. You know, you'd think that if you get promoted from cashier to supervisor, a supervisor runs the store when the manager is not there. You'd think that a position like that it'd pay a little bit way more than like the cashier, because I'm not gonna get promoted to a supervisor unless I'm getting like $5 more an hour. If you give me like $5 more an hour, okay, that's minimum. Then I'll maybe consider taking the promotion. But if you're gonna give me like, you know, $1 to $2 more and then try to get me to be supervisor, I'm not gonna do it. It's not worth it, and that's what I'm talking about. These retail places. Anybody who works in retail, you know what I'm talking about. It's a trap when they try to promote you to these places, because for an extra $1 to $2 an hour, they're gonna throw double the amount of work on you. It's gonna be ridiculous. The manager's gonna give you a list of stuff to do. If you don't get all that stuff done, they're gonna get on your case. You have to deal with all the customer complaints directly. You have to be responsible for counting the money. You have to be responsible for opening and closing the store. A bunch of other tasks. You have to be responsible for the stock in the basement. You gotta write off things, do paperwork. It's just like, you know, going from a cashier to that for just an extra $1 to $2 an hour, and then having all the things the cashier does, the supervisor also does. So adding all the stuff the cashier does and the tasks the supervisor does, that's not worth it for an extra $1 to $2 an hour. Yeah, that's a scam. You're exactly right on that, Flaming Eel. So that's what I'm warning people, is that if you ever get a job in that type of environment, if you're working in retail and then after a few months they just want to promote you to supervisor, don't do it. I wouldn't do it, because they're gonna throw so much more work on you, and it's gonna be ridiculous. It's like if they want to give you a good raise, if they're gonna give you like $5 more an hour or something like that for being like a supervisor, then I guess maybe take it. But if they're only gonna give you like $1 to $2 an hour, screw that. Like I told my manager, I'm like, I'm not doing it unless I get an extra $5 an hour, and he's like, well, you know, corporate only lets us give so much, and I said, you know, yep, that's it, I'm not doing it. And they were kind of frustrated that I wouldn't take the promotion. They were kind of annoyed by that. But it was just, you know, my manager wasn't like a bad guy or anything. You know, he was trying to do right by me. He thought he was trying to help me, but it was just, you know, I didn't want to do it. I didn't. It was just that. Oh, I got a super chat during that. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Let's see, super chats. Thank you for still supporting this game. Save Reddit Online. Thank you, Apurva. Thank you, man. I do appreciate it. I find it downright pathetic and disrespectful when a player attacks you during a charity stream or any stream. Yep. Those griefers even harassed me on the charity stream in December, Eric. And I even said on the stream, I said, if you people are gonna grief me, then at least please do it on a different day. Like, you know, don't do it today and don't be toxic today. But you know, they wouldn't stop. So it just is. They can't join me right now though, because I'm in an invite-only lobby, and I'm gonna keep doing this from now on. As long as I can, I'll keep doing these invite-only lobbies. You know, this is the what I have to do basically at this point. When Winston and Peggy got slaughtered at the wedding, do you think that Winston's mother turned into a savage when she found out? In a way, but Winston's mother was always like, you know, kind of ruthless. But the thing is, though, is what I'll say about that is that scene is, like, completely understandable, because people think that Mrs. Chu is, like, a psycho, but honestly, who would not, like, you know, be that furious at their, you know, child's killers? Like, you know, any parent, like, you know, if their son and daughter-in-law get gunned down on their wedding, any parent is gonna, you know, I think most parents would have the attitude that Mrs. Chu has. So, like, you know, it's, you know, you gotta understand, her son and daughter-in-law got gunned down on supposed to be the happiest day of their lives. And so that's just snapped in Mrs. Chu, so I don't really blame her. And I honestly, I think that Dog Eyes and Johnny Ratface deserved that. Will I do GTA Chinatown Wars in the future? Yeah, Michelle, I'll consider doing it. Nice people too. My mother worked for them years ago. The same people still own it. Well, that's good if you know, if you have nice people. But what I'll say is just, you know, don't glorified cashier. It's you know, that's what I'll say about this supervisor position is, you know, if you're gonna work in that type of environment, don't take the supervisor position unless you're getting like a massive raise, because it's just not worth it. It's not. Like, just think about it this way, that, like, somebody that is an assistant manager at Walmart, for instance, like a company like that, like, they might not, you know, depending on how long they've been there, they might be struggling to pay the bills. So, you know, you'd think that somebody that's like the assistant manager at this huge, massive department store, you'd think that that managing, you know, all of that, and, you know, managing when the manager isn't there, you'd think that, you know, they'd have enough to, like, you know, put food on the table, but unfortunately, a lot of times they don't. So that's the thing with these companies, is these companies make millions of dollars, they're so rich, and yet they just treat their workers like garbage. It's just the way it is. It's unfortunate. I hope it changes one day. At Walmart, there is no stability in moving up. Huh? Who is more of a curse for criminal gangs? Aiden Pierce, Wei Shen, or Cole Phelps? Aiden Pierce, because Aiden Pierce did way more damage to gangs than Wei did. You know, Wei brought down some of the 18K and part of the Sun On Yi, but Aiden Pierce did way more damage. Aiden Pierce brought down the Chicago South Club Mafia, and he brought down the Viceroys. Hello, professional in chat. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good, Paul. How are you, man? Thank you for sponsoring my channel, and thank you, JD, for the thank you for the super chat too.
The suspense is killing me.
Yeah, and the thing is, with the inflation, you know, stuff is just going up. The problem is, you know, goods go up, stuff goes up in the supermarket. You know, gas goes up, stuff, you know, general stuff that you buy, groceries go up, but people's wages aren't going up, and so, you know, that's a major problem. Have you heard of this RP glitch involving the Popstar payphone hit in GTA Online? If so, do you think they're going to reset people's accounts for doing it? I have not heard about this. This is like, you know, this is the second time that I'm hearing about this. I don't even know what this is. Like, I haven't played GTA Online in months. The first time I heard about this is I was just checking my recommended videos, and I got a recommended video from Gilly Master, and it was like, you know, don't do the RP glitch or something like that. I didn't watch his video, but I had that in my feed. So I know, maybe I'll watch Gilly Master's video and just see what he said, but I don't know. But if there is some kind of RP glitch, whatever this is, that what I would say about that is don't do it. Do not do it. Because Rockstar can be very harsh in those regards, and like when I remember when there was that what was that, like a year and a half ago, there was like that glitch with the there was that glitch with the money, or the apartment glitch, whatever the hell it was. It was just something like with the apartments, people were making like millions and millions of dollars, and like I did a video, like, you know, I didn't do a video until, like, you know, the ban wave happened, but I talked about this on streams, and I said, like, you know, don't do it. You know, don't do the glitch, because, you know, Rockstar could ban you, you know, they could take your money away, and then people would, like, spam me saying, oh, you're wrong, professional, I'm having so much fun and all this other stuff. And okay, maybe you're having fun, you know, you have all this money in the game, but it's a massive risk. And so it turned out that I was right, that Rockstar did, you know, go really harsh on people. Look at what they did. They reset people. What did they do again? They reset people to like level 1, right? Or they took everyone's money away. So like all of the money they had, everything, even the money that wasn't glitched, was like taken away. So that happened. And the thing is, though, I think that was too harsh. You know, I think it was. It was just, you know, it was just bad. Like, Rockstar did not need to do that. You know, at most, what they could have done is they could have just taken away the glitched money and just given people, like, a warning message. That's it. There's no need to, like, take everybody's money away. Because when you take everybody's money away, do you honestly think those people are gonna go back to playing your game? Like, it's like, think about this, if somebody had like hundreds of millions of dollars that they grinded on the game, right? And then they did a money glitch. And then after they did that money glitch, they had all their money taken away, even the money that they legitimately grinding. I'm not saying the glitch was right to do, but, you know, then they go back to zero. The people are going to be like, screw this, I'm not playing this game anymore, I'm not getting all that stuff again, and let's get off the game. So I don't know what Rockstar is hoping, that the people are going to buy shark cards again because they take away everyone's money, but no, people are going to get pissed off and just get off the game. That's what's going to happen. So, that's why I would say don't do the glitch, if there is some kind of RP glitch, because it's, you know, that could happen. You know what the really stupid thing that happened about that, guys, is right when that glitch happened, like for 2 months before that glitch on GT Online happened in 2020, I announced on my channel that I was like diversifying my content and I was going into other games and that I was going to be doing GT Online like a lot less and I was going to be playing other games mainly for the future. And so what happened was a lot of people that watch my channel, they only watch the GT Online stuff and they didn't like click any of the other stuff. They didn't like watch any of the other stuff or watch my update videos where I explained that I was going to be like doing other content. And so what happened was when that glitch happened and people were getting wiped and all this other stuff, people went on my channel, they started spamming all these false rumors, just saying like, oh, you know, the reason Professional doesn't play GT Online is because he got wiped and all this other stuff and blah, 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 this. And I'm like, no, I'm not playing GT Online because I'm expanding my channel and going into other content. But people kept spamming all these rumors and all this nonsense and all this stuff there. And even though I said I wouldn't do another GT Online video, I'm playing other stuff, I had to make another GT Online video just to address that nonsense. And I even made, in the video, I made the CEO name, today is August, whatever it was, just so people wouldn't say that it's older footage. But no, I never got wiped or any of that stuff. I just stopped playing GT Online around that time because I just wanted to move on to other games and do playthroughs and walkthroughs and other content. But unfortunately, people didn't watch my other content, and so they jumped to conclusions, and just, there's that. Who would win in a gang war? The Professionals from GT Online or the News from Wanted Level Overhaul mods? Well, I don't know what that mod is. I never heard of it, but I'm assuming that the News would win. Thank you for the super chat, JD. Hi, Professional, love your content. You're my favorite YouTuber, and I love your streams. Thank you, Android. Yeah, a lot of AAA companies have ruined their reputation. If you get in here, maybe Specialist. If not, I could help you sell another time. $17 an hour, 40 hours a week, paid 30 minutes, paid 30-minute breaks, or 2 hours, 2 paid 15-minute breaks. Best part is I can do the work. It's easy for me, and it's 3 minutes away. Well, Gamer, I'm very happy for you that you got paid breaks. I never got paid breaks when I worked. I had paid 15-minute breaks, but I never had a paid 30-minute break. I never had that. You know something is, I'll tell you something, is like, when I worked, the company that I worked for, like, it was just so scummy. Like, it was just like, when I first started working there, I was like, oh, I guess Yi has to go. Okay. When I first started working there, I was like a naive, like, 19-year-old. And so, like, that was, like, you know, my first job. And I really didn't, you know, I really didn't know how things work. And I didn't even know that I was entitled to a break. I didn't know that. Very naive of me to think that I didn't have a break, but, you know, I didn't even know that I had a break. And so, like, the first week I worked there, I did, like, 8-hour shifts, and I stood by the register for, like, 8 hours, and then I was starving at the end of it, and I would go home and get something to eat. And so they saw me standing at the register, and the manager never once told me, oh, hey, you have a break, because the manager didn't want to cover my 30 minutes on the register or any of that other stuff. And eventually then my coworker had told me, oh, you know, you get breaks, right? You don't want to go on it? And then I'm like, what? I get breaks? So I didn't even know. I guess I'm kind of stupid for not thinking about a break, but I was just naive at the time, and that's just, you know, that's what happened. What I'll tell you is that, with the company that I worked for, in, I don't know if this is federal law or New York law, I'm trying to remember what it was, this is when I still lived in New York, but, according to the law, it was like, if you're working, like, more than a 9-hour shift, 9 hours or more, you get, like, a 30-minute break, and then you get 2 paid 15s, that was, like, the law. And so what happened was, they would tell you that when they would do the schedules, like, for the day, that day, they would say, like, oh, you take your break at this time specifically. And then they would not do any other time for, like, the 15 minutes. And they wouldn't tell you that they wouldn't tell you that you have 2 extra 15s. So they would only tell you you have a 30-minute break during a 9-hour shift, but they wouldn't tell you that you have 2 other 15s. And so I remember my coworker, I was talking to her about this, and she told me that, you know, you have 2 other 15s that you can take, and she said, they're gonna try to stop you if you try to take those 2 15s. And then she's like, watch this, I'm gonna try to take it, and you'll see they're trying to try to stop me. And I saw her, she said to the assistant manager, she said that she wants to take a 15 right now, and the assistant manager's like, well, what do you mean? You know, well, like, they were just, like kind of, like, baffled by it. And so they were trying to make excuses and stuff like that. And the thing is, though, is, like, I really hated the way that they acted, because they would try to make you feel guilty for taking a break. Like, it would, like, when you try to take a 15-minute break, they're like, oh, you can't go on break right now, you're gonna put more work on us, it's not fair, I don't take breaks, and all this other stuff. You know, don't go on break right now. Like, they would try to find all these excuses to try to not make you go on break. And that was just it. Oh, this was a retail company that I worked for, but it's just... In Arizona, we get 2 15 paid break, but no lunch. Oh, well. Thank you, Los, for the super chat. Well, every state has, different, different laws. Start a resupply mission, because it's going to be, we'll get it faster.
My contact sent a message. Apparently, he has goods to trade if we can get him some bison pelts. God knows there's enough bison to go around. So I said you'd be in touch shortly. My lord, was there ever a man more cut out for this than me?
The next stream will be Friday, or maybe I'll do a stream midweek. Maybe I'll do one on Vice City. I had a boss in Arizona tell me we didn't get breaks once. Quit that one as soon as possible. You should have reported him to the Arizona Labor or whatever the government agency would be there. Because I was the only thing that I regret sometimes is I regret that I never reported like my job to the Labor Department in New York. Because there was like severe violations. Like there was like with the breaks, like when they would try to make you feel guilty for taking a break. Like, I should have probably reported it, but I was, like, nervous all the time and stuff like that, and they could have... I probably would have gotten fired, but it's just, I wouldn't have cared at that point. That is indeed federal. That's how I won that lawsuit with that other retail store, but they, that place paid only $7 an hour, and boy, were they, big hats. Oh, right, you told me you sued them because they tried to stop you from taking breaks. I remember that. Okay, got this here. Yep, that's how easy it is to skin a bison. I talked about that before. I would say don't do the RP glitch. The least moral in GTA would be Claude. The most moral would probably be Vic Vance. How do you grind without getting burned out? Well, I'm not really grinding right now, I mean, I guess it is, but I'm just playing with friends, and we're just having fun and just, doing things. That's what I'm doing right now. Vice City stories, yes, I will do that. Maybe I'll get Vice City first 100%, then I'll do Vice City stories 100% one day, because I do want to get that. I never got 100% in Vice City stories, so I want to get that.
Supplies are good, I'm a happy man. That's top notch.
My favorite gang storyline in each Saints Row game, in Saints Row 2, I'd probably say the Ronin is probably my favorite story. But my favorite gang in Saints Row 2 is probably the Sons of Samdi, besides the Saints. My favorite storyline in Saints Row 1, it was probably the Vice Kings, yeah. Probably the Vice Kings. I think it's pretty cool you constantly talk. Well, thank you. I always try to reply to comments and try to talk to people. Remember me from last stream? I'm sorry, man. There's just a lot of people that that post. Okay, who's this over here? Is this somebody's friend? Let's
That's TJ.
Oh, that's TJ's We Are Change.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's his second character.
In the chat, I agree. Arizona's a good state. Always carry, no matter what. We've been having a crime wave for a while, but stay on, buddy. You never, no. Well, thank you for the super chat, Los. Yeah, it's, you know, I don't know if I'd be able to live in Arizona just because of the heat. It's just really hot. I prefer the cold. No, firearms in my state in the Midwest are much more common, but you know that doesn't. I'm perfectly fine with that. I have like really no issue with that in my opinion. Hey Pro, I love the Godfather playthrough. It's my favorite game of all time. Yeah, I love the Godfather games too. I think the Godfather 1 is the best one.
Well, you've certainly held up your side of the bargain with the supplies.
Do you think you could make room in the posse
Sure.
for
Let me get him in
TJ?
here. Okay, is there any crazy current event videos that you can make? Possibly. I was thinking about doing a video about the guy that hacked North Korea, but I just never got around to it, and it's already been like 2 weeks since it happened. How many cases in the original Phoenix White Ace Attorney? 5 cases in each Phoenix in the trilogy. It's 5 cases each game. But it's so it's yeah, there was a guy that hacked North Korea. For people that are wondering, there was a guy that why do I have so many blue tokens? Oh, because I never spent it on the cosmetics because I was just never really into them. Is Aldo a psychopath? No. You know, he cares about his friends and stuff like that. At most, he might be a sociopath. No, he's not a psychopath. What is it? So, I'm just trying to look at the... Yeah, I know about the Bender family. They're actually based on the pig farm couple. It gets up to like 118 here in Arizona. Yep. Yeah, the North Korea thing. I'm sorry, I just lost my track of thought. So apparently there is some guy that you can Google this. I know this might seem like it's something from The Onion, but it's actually real. So this guy got hacked by North Korea. For people that are wondering, the North Korean government does hack American citizens. It does happen. You know, they try to steal money. North Korea steals cryptocurrency a lot of times. They'll hack people's crypto and steal it from them. Now, what happened is this guy got hacked, and this guy was pretty good at computers, and so he was able to prove that it came from North Korea, and he brought it to the FBI, and the FBI didn't want to do anything about it. And so what happened was the guy got pissed off and decided to hack back at North Korea, and he actually hacked like North Korea's internet, and he brought down North Korea's entire internet, like the entire country. This one guy brought down the entire North Korean government's internet. And so it was like, the North Korean government's internet is crap. It's only like 5 websites. They run their own version of the internet. So it's not like, you know, the internet the rest of the world uses. They only have 5 websites that's all government websites. But anyways, the guy brought it down, and the guy wrote some kind of script that every single time they try to bring their internet back up, he just knocks it down again. I don't know if it's still down or not, but that guy did that. And so, I thought it was kind of funny, though. Well, I don't think they were using... I don't think the North Korean government was using that. Yeah, so, also, you gotta remember that the North Korean government did, like, a really, like, remember when they did that crazy DDoS attack and threatened to, like, kill the Sony executives? Because, for people that don't know what I'm talking about, in 2015, there was this movie coming out called The Interview, or was it 2014? It was either 2014 or 2015. But there was this movie that was a comedy. And it was a comedy making fun of, like, Kim Jong-un, and it was, like, the James Franco and, was it Seth Rogen? They were gonna go to North Korea to interview, like, Kim Jong-un, and the CIA wanted them to, like, assassinate him. And so, it's just a parody of, like, North Korea and, like, a bunch of other stuff. But what happened was, when the movie was releasing, Sony got hacked. There was, like, some big DDoS attack, and the people that did the DDoS attack sent death threats and said that if Sony releases this movie, that there's gonna be, like, bad things that are gonna happen. And what ended up happening was the movie never got released publicly. It only got released digitally. And so North Korea denied that they did that, but, you know, who else would do that, really? It was directly about the Interview movie. He ain't lying, it will get up to 120 in the summer, but we got snow up north in Flagstaff, Arizona. Well, I'll tell you something, this Wednesday, it's gonna be like -10, where I'm at. So, temperature is very different here. Yeah, Saucer, are you here?
Yes.
Could you send, Brandon an invite to the party?
Sure.
If I could choose any place to live in the game, where would I choose to live? Probably Blackwater or, Saint Denis. Maybe Blackwater. Yeah, it would probably be Blackwater. Remember when North Korea claimed they won the World Cup in 2010 to their own citizens, along with having them, cry for Kim Jong-il's passing? Yep. And the thing is, though, Mr. Waifu, thank you for the super chat, but North Korea also did something else. Like, back in December, they had, like, the 10-year anniversary of Kim Jong-il's death, and so North Korea banned banned any kind of laughter for 10 days. So you were not allowed to laugh for 10 days. People were supposed to mourn, Kim Jong-il. I don't think a lot of people realize just how much of a psycho dictatorship North Korea is.
Good. You have arrived. Bon. You are ready to drive, yes? Our clients are a little impatient for sure. We wish to make a good impression. These customers have shown they have some good
But,
taste.
I'll tell you guys, there's,
given their lack of culture,
how far back do protection rackets go? Over 100 years. Way more than that.
These
Ever since the Mafia has existed, protection rackets have existed.
And in one piece, yes?
The reason I'd like to live in Blackwater versus all the other places in Red Dead Redemption is because Blackwater is generally like, it's a modern town, so people live comfortably, it's not poor, and it's peaceful for the most part, other than the crimes that happened. It's there's no pollution. So the reason I didn't choose Saint Denis is because the pollution. It was just inhaling that garbage every day. Like, it's no thank you. This is gonna go straight to Quaker's Cove. I'm not even gonna stop. I'm gonna head out for the night. This was my 4th stream that I watched in a row today. If you play poker, I wish you great hands tonight. Well, thank you, gamer. Thanks, man. And thank you, Butta's Arcade. Thanks, man. Oh, what just happened? No, my horse. Okay. because I ran over a horse. Before I log off, bro, on The Godfather, can you upgrade to 1911 from the black market? Good luck on the stream. I'll check you out tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade all the guns I can in The Godfather. I'm gonna take over all the rackets too. What I was saying is, do you know what besides North Korea, do you know what other country is a really psycho dictatorship but not a lot of people know about? And it's almost equal to North Korea. There's Eritrea in Africa. That's a really psycho dictatorship. And then there's Turkmenistan in Central Asia. Now, Turkmenistan, a lot of people don't even know about that country. Don't know where the country is. But Turkmenistan, if you want to know how crazy of a dictatorship Turkmenistan is, look up Turkmenistan's capital on YouTube. Because Turkmenistan has a history of dictators. So, like, they used to be part of the Soviet Union. And so their first dictator, they had their first dictator, and now they had their second dictator. He's ruled since 2006, I believe. So that was after the first dictator died. But the dictator had actually ordered that all the buildings in the capital city be painted white. So all the buildings in almost all the buildings are painted white. And almost all the buildings are made out of marble, I think. And it's just, he only allowed white and gray cars on the streets. It was illegal to have a beard unless you were 70 years old. There's several golden statues to the dictator all over across the country, and the dictator even built a golden statue to his dog in the center of like the city. So this is all real. This is like, and if you want to know how much more ridiculous this is, the dictator of Turkmenistan actually did a rap video, like he actually rapped on state TV. So he went on state TV and he did his own rap music video of his grandson. If you don't believe me, go on YouTube and look up Turkmenistan dictator rap, and you'll actually see him rapping. I'm not joking. So that's how much of a psycho dictatorship the Turkmenistan is. You'd think it's something like that in The Onion, or you'd think it's fake, but no, that's real. That actually happened. What's the oldest mafia? The oldest mafia would have to be the Sicilian mafia. There's several, but it's like, couldn't name any at the top of my head right now, but... Can you please tell me how to be a GTA YouTuber, please? Well, I'll tell you this, Ryan. It's pretty hard to be a GTA YouTuber today because it would have been much better if somebody started out like years before. Like today, GTA Online has released so much content and like most people know how to do everything at this point. So it'd be really hard to start a GTA channel right now. If anything, you might want to wait until the next GTA game comes out. When GTA 6 comes out, then make guides and your channel will take off. But I don't really see many new GTA channels like, you know, popping up right now. I wanted to always visit Hokkaido in Japan. By the way, Pro, don't start Infamous Bounties, Blood Money missions, or Harriet missions. You will get stuck in an infinite loading screen. Okay, well, thank you for telling me. This is just a regular, like, this is just a regular bounty mission. So I didn't know that, but thank you for telling me that, TJ. How did he survive that? I don't know how he survived that. Like, what? Wait, did he fall in the water? Just don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
And that was just funny. It just happened.
I will answer your question in one moment, Mario. Damn, there's more of them keep coming in. No, one of them didn't escape. He just, he fell in the water and died, and so we couldn't get him out. Get the target to the Blackwater Police Department, and, like, just deliver him when there's 1 minute left.
Whoops.
Okay, let me read your comment now. Do you think that politicians aren't doing enough to solve crime in U.S. cities, especially since they think defunding the police is the solution? It depends on what city, but I'll say that a lot of times politicians have no idea what they're doing. And, the best way to fight, like, any kind of, like, you know, the best way to fight crime is, like, a combination of, like, in my opinion, like, enforcement on, the broken windows theory, and also the economic side on helping people get out of poverty. So for people that are unaware of what broken windows theory is basically how good neighborhoods, you know, turn into bad neighborhoods. And so basically what happens is crimes start out small, and then over time they get bigger and bigger and bigger until you get the really bad crimes. So how it might start is you might start seeing, you know, graffiti in the neighborhood. That might start happening. And if you don't clean up that graffiti, if you don't get rid of the graffiti really quick and you don't try to figure out who's doing the graffiti, then what's going to happen is you might start having burglaries in the neighborhood at that point. If you don't solve the burglaries, if you don't do something about the burglaries, then what are you going to have in the neighborhood next? You could possibly then have drug dealers in the neighborhood. And then when you have drug dealers in the neighborhood, what are you going to have? Then you're going to have drug addicts that are going to come into the neighborhood. And the drug addicts are going to want money for their habits, and so they're going to be more inclined to commit crimes, robberies, and more burglaries. And then at that point, you might have prostitutes show up, and then finally, you have the gangs that show up, and the gangs show up right after the drug dealers because they're going to start fighting over control over who's selling drugs on what turf. And so that's how good neighborhoods, you know, get bad really quickly. And so the way to stop that from happening is you have to stop it right when it's starting. So when there's like heavy enforcement on that right away, if there's like graffiti that goes up in the neighborhood or there's like a series of burglaries, when the police solve that really quickly and clean it up and get rid of it, that deters other crimes from moving in. Because when small crimes start up and it goes unsolved and the police don't do anything about it, then other criminals are going to come in and say, hey, the police don't do anything in this neighborhood, you know, we're going to start doing more crimes and more crimes. So that's the enforcement side. The other side is the economic side. It's poverty. If you help people get out of poverty, you're going to reduce a lot of crime. So there's the enforcement and the poverty, because the places that have the most crimes are typically the places that are the most impoverished. And the reason that crime is so much more higher in poorer areas is because people don't have as much opportunity, they don't have as much money, and so they turn to other ways to make money. And so a lot of these ways are illegal ways. So if you help people get out of poverty, if you help people get good jobs, that they don't have to, you know, they don't have to resort to stuff like that. I'm not saying it would end all crime, but, you know, reducing poverty would help end a lot of crime. Like, for instance, look at Brazil. The reason the crime rate in the favelas in Brazil is so high is because of the poverty. That's the main reason. But the Brazilian government, instead of doing something to try to help fight the poverty, they just, you know, they just do this heavy enforcement, which enforcement is good to an extent, but it's you need to be also help people get out of poverty, because if you're gonna have a lot of poor people, you know, that's not really gonna reduce the crime. You know, you got to do something more than that. You got to help people get out of poverty. So that's you know, my take on it. Let's see here. A plane spotting a streamer called Big Jet TV attracted 227 viewers during his he streamed arriving planes during a storm. Oh well, that's a lot of viewers, Alvinor. That's pretty impressive. Well, thank you for the super chat. Do you like Kanye West, and can you replay Scarface? I don't really know much about Kanye West. I heard a few of his songs. A few of his songs are okay. But what I remember Kanye West for is it was so long ago, but I remember when he interrupted like Taylor Swift at the thing, and I don't even pay attention to these celebrities. I don't care at all for these celebrities, but that was the only thing I really remember about him, is that was in the news when he like interrupted Taylor Swift and it said that Beyonce had like the best album and all that other stuff. I know that was a long time ago, but that's really the only thing I remember about him. So it's But, you know, I'll tell you something, like, you know, some states, like, you know, responding to the crime questions that people were asking me, for people that are unaware, I had graduated in law enforcement tech, so I was going to follow a career in law enforcement before I, you know, started doing YouTube, but that's what I'm doing right now. I don't think I'm ever going to really do law enforcement, but it's, I do know a little bit about it, so that's why people ask me questions, for people that are wondering. But it's, that's how I also talk about the gangs a lot of times in the GTA games and what I think, if they're realistic or not, and stuff. What I'll say is that, another thing, like, I don't want to get into politics or anything, you know, this is a gaming channel, but, like, some states in America that have, like, passed laws on shoplifting, where it's, like, a certain amount, like, you know, $900 or something like that, and then at that point, the person can then, you know, face a felony. You know, other than that, it would be, like, a misdemeanor. You know, I think that that's a bad idea, personally, because then there have been, like, organized, you know, shopping theft rings that have been going on now. And so a lot of stores have been closing down, and the politicians, instead of realizing just how stupid the law is, they're blaming the stores. So that's, you know, what I'll say about that. I'm sure people have heard about that in the news, but it's, would I study aerospace engineering? Probably not, because for one, I'm not into math. You know, the engineering requires a lot of math, and I just don't like math in general. Okay, let's see, what can we do now? Oh, I should probably check up on my camp here. See what that's at.
Last match I was 84.
Wait, what did you oh, okay. Have the pandemic affected you money-wise since you do only YouTube? A little bit. Not as much as other people. Because, you know, I guess, you know, I'm lucky that, you know, what I do is, you know, online. So, you know, I don't have to go to a certain place for my job. But I feel bad for a lot of other people that, you know, weren't able to work and, you know, all the other stuff. But if you want to know how the pandemic affected me, it affected me in a weird way. Because I remember, like, what is this? My character is, like, not moving. But, but I'll say that in March of 2020, right when the pandemic was happening, hey, is anybody able to, like, throw me out of this? Because I'm right now stuck on my table. I can't, like, do anything here. But, so, about the question about the pandemic, people that were wondering, oh, I'm out, I'm here. Okay, people that were wondering how the pandemic affected me money-wise. Here's what it did, as a YouTuber. In March of 2020, like, right when this happened, and you started seeing, like, the first lockdowns, what happened was, my channel had, like, record views. Like, I had the most amount of views on my channel in, like, March of 2020 than I ever had in, like, any month. Like, it just skyrocketed. Like, it just went through the roof. Like, it's so much. And the thing is, though, is that, March was typically not a good month for me, for YouTube. Like, I don't get as much viewers in March. Like, it's every March, it was before 2020. Like, you know, 2018 and, 2019, they weren't like good months for me. Like it was like a month that like a lot of people aren't active. Like, you know, and it's understandable. People are working at that time. You know, they go to school. So, you know, typically like January, February, and March are not really a lot of months where I get like a lot of views. But for some reason, like March, it was just skyrocketed. And the reason was because of the lockdowns. Because people were stuck at home. They weren't going to school. They weren't going to their jobs. And so they got bored. They were watching Netflix. They were going online. And they were watching YouTube videos. And so that's why my views, you know, increased so much. Now, if you're wondering money-wise, even though my views went up like so much, I really didn't get, you know, any more money or anything like that. I actually got a little bit less than normally in March, because advertisers were not paying a lot at the time, because of the pandemic, because nobody's going to the stores and buying stuff. So that's how it affected me. It wasn't really that big of a deal. It didn't affect me that much, but for other people, it was much worse. So that's just what it did to me for the guy that was asking. But, I can't imagine what it was like going to school at that time. Like, I can't imagine what kids were, you know, going through at that time. Like, gonna go back to the Moonshine Shack, and I'm gonna do that other bootlegging mission because I need. Okay, almost got stuck there. Pro, is Cornwall based on somebody? Yes, he's based on Andrew Carnegie, who was the richest man in America. He was a big rail and steel giant. He was very similar in personality to Carnegie as well. Carnegie and Cornwall in real life. They were also around the same age at the time.
D'accord. Very good. This will be a strong one. This will be a little out of the ordinary, yes?
Can you sell your previously owned horse? I don't know. I'd have to check up on that. Why does Grove Street not deal drugs, but the Ballas and Vagos don't? Because it's sweet. You know, people give sweet, like, people give sweet, you know, a lot of crap, but, at the same time, is one thing that I do admire about Sweet is that he really isn't corruptible. You can't really corrupt him, and he stands for his principle, which is no drugs. Like, he doesn't believe in that. He thinks that drugs are wrong. I think Grove Street does deal in weed, but I don't think they don't deal any kind of cocaine or, any kind of, like, crack. Certainly not.
I don't know. It feels like there's always someone behind me waiting to stab me in the back. Well, I guess that's just the business.
Professional is looking at Reddit Online Maps website cheating. What are you talking about? If you're talking about the Jean Rupke map, yeah, sure, I used the Jean Rupke map, but I don't know, that's not really cheating, because the stuff is there in the first place. So the map just tells you where the stuff is, and you have to go and travel there, and you have to pick it up. So there's, I don't know how that's really cheating.
Are we on a mission? Because this is a weird mission.
What do you mean? How's it weird?
No, we're outside.
I don't see any directive as to what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it looks like I might be stuck on this screen here. Oh, hey, Philip. Are you gonna be playing Red Dead Online? How are you? Are you going to do a GTA 5 stream? When the next update comes out and when Expanded Enhanced, probably then. Pendrew and Sleeping Dogs is like Tenpenny and Pulaski in GTA Center. In a way, yeah. I think this might be Fro. Oh, was one of the missions I couldn't join was one of the missions I couldn't join the bootlegging missions? I guess that might be it then. I don't know if Landon Ricketts is based on somebody, Matthew. No, I'm glad you like my Saints Row 2 series. Yeah, I guess I'm probably going to just restart my app and I'll probably go play poker because is it able for me to rejoin that session? Like, can I rejoin that session?
The thing is, you're still just sitting here to us talking to Maggie. Like,
okay, I'm gonna retry and join here. Oh, hey, RPG gameplay. I'm gonna, I got your messages on Skype. Oh, absolutely, Mario. Thank you for the super chat. If there was no police, the only people that would be safe during that would be the rich people, because the rich people would just hire private security. But the common citizen can't afford that. So,
I sent you an invite. So once the game launches, just use that.
Oh, okay, Philip. I'll message you. I'll message you just a little bit later. Our party right now is just for people that are in the lobby. Do I like playing horror games? It depends. I mean, it's just if it's a game like something supernatural, I typically don't like it. Like I don't really like the supernatural like horror games. I like more of the actual horror. Like for instance, Outlast. Outlast is like a real thing. Like Outlast is, not a true story, but it's like, it's nothing supernatural really in it. So that's it's just crazy people that are trying to kill you. So I just don't like I don't like the horror games that have like, supernatural stuff that chase you, like ghosts or demons or like, stuff like that. That I don't like too much. I typically like the ones that are just, something that's that. Saucer, are you still in the private lobby?
Yes, and I've sent you an invite.
Outlast is supernatural. No, it's not. If you're referring to the Wall Rider is not supernatural. People think the Wall Rider is like a demon. The Wall Rider is not. The Wall Rider is a machine. That's what people think. Are you ever angry? Sure, I get angry, but it's like, it's not like, it's very hard to make me angry. But not only is it very hard to make me angry, it's also very hard to make me laugh. Like, it's just, some people get pissed off at me about that I don't laugh enough. But, like, I'm not going to pretend to laugh at something I don't find funny. So it's just, Do I like Rainbow Six Extraction? It's okay, but it's only... Rainbow Six Extraction is only fun when you play it with friends. If you play that with, like, randoms, it's a nightmare. What are your thoughts on The Sopranos? Oh, it's a great TV show. Awesome series. Okay, I'm gonna try to do that bootlegging mission one more time because I need one more for a daily. If it doesn't, oh, hey Eddie. If it doesn't, if it doesn't work again, then I'm just gonna, you know, we'll do something else here.
Okay.
You know what
Why
you
did I stop
told
playing
me,
GTA Online? Because I
And I
wanted
made a
to
deal with the
do other
devil to come
content,
back
play
from
other
the
games.
dead.
I didn't stop it
But
because I
everything
still play it from
touch
time
is
to time.
cursed. Well, if it's bad luck they want, it's bad luck they're gonna get.
Godfather
heard
will
about
be
another crew
Godfather will
operating
probably
near
be out
here.
tomorrow.
Find where they're based and destroy everything you damn well can. We need to make sure these bastards get the message.
I actually did do an Outlast playthrough on Halloween's. I did those.
Yeah, I even do a stream too on Halloween.
Professional, are you an agnostic? Yeah, I would say so.
I did the walkthrough of the park.
Okay, let's go and destroy this here. Okay, the boats are gonna be near the water. I enjoy your Hitman Blood Money Absolution playthrough. Also, both Las Vegas levels and Shaving Lenny are my favorite levels. Yep. My favorite mission in Hitman Blood Money, it would have to be. Which one do I like the most in Blood Money? Either the White House mission or the opera one. I also like the Las Vegas ones too. There's two of them. Easy XP with this here. Okay, takes care of that. You know, one thing that I found weird about Hitman Blood Money is when I tried to share play that for one of my friends, it would say that this product is not available in your country, which is just really weird. Share play is the feature on PlayStation for people that don't know, where people can watch your screen and can play with you depending on what games it is. If you believe Tony got whacked, who do you think took over The Sopranos? Really nobody. You know, who else could take over really at that point? Like most of the family is destroyed. It's completely crippled. It has like really no chance of coming back. I mean, who else is there? Polly? I can't really imagine Polly being the boss. And then what's his name? Also Patsy. Maybe Patsy could be the boss. But you know, who else are they gonna have? You know, they don't have that many people. They still have Benny, but like, you know, who else is there? So, like, the capos are almost all, you know, gone. There's, like, that scene where, you know, Polly is just, like, Tony and Polly are just there. You know, there's no proof that Syl is ever going to get out of his coma either, too. So, Syl's, like, done. And then there's, yeah, I don't think they ever really, 'Kay, let me take a look at my camp here, because my trader has to be done really close by now. I mean, co-op mode could be cool. What science did I study in high school? Environmental and chemistry. What?
94.
94. Okay. Oh yeah, that was CJ's rap. Well, I didn't delete any comment there, Eric. It might have been one of my moderators, but it was probably something, not good. Gabagool over here, varsity meme right here, yep. Thank you, Mr. Waifu and Eric, for the super chats. Is Tenpenny a psychopath? I don't know. You know, I don't know if there really isn't that much to analyze of Tenpenny. Unlike Dimitri. Dimitri, I thought there was more to, you know, analyze there, more material. What I've always wondered about Tenpenny, for instance, is I wondered whether Tenpenny had Pulaski killed. That's what I always wondered. Like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Tenpenny had Pulaski killed in San Andreas? Because I always felt like that mission when, like, CJ kills Pulaski, like, Pulaski was gonna kill CJ, but I always felt like in the back of my head, I always felt like Tenpenny did that on purpose, just left CJ there with Pulaski because he knew that CJ would kill Pulaski and overpower him. That's what I always thought. And the reason that I think he had Pulaski killed off is because Pulaski could testify against him in court. So I think that was what I always thought, that he got Pulaski killed to tie up any loose ends. Why was the Scarface The World Is Yours delisted? Those great games would make so much money for devs even if they remove copyrighted music. It seems like a bad business decision. I don't get it. I don't know either. They should re-release that game, you know, remaster it one day. I think it would sell pretty well if they did it. What do you think of the CCP? Are you talking about the Chinese Communist Party? Disgusting authoritarian party. That's what I think of it. It's just literally the censorship, the lack of freedom of speech, the human rights abuses. I have no toleration really for that party. It's just there's so many celebrities and like YouTubers that suck up to like the Communist Party of China. Like they just refuse to say anything. I have a lot of respect for the Chinese people, and I just you know, I sympathize with them a lot. On, you know, they have to live through that party, but like, you know, there's not much freedom. Your opinion on the new RP glitch? Thank you, Blake. Well, what I'll say is, is don't do the RP glitch, because it's gonna it's gonna possibly get you a ban. I wouldn't do it. But thank you, Blake, for that super chat. I'd say probably Kenny's probably my favorite character in South Park. Let's see, what do we got here? $96 out of 100. Okay, it's almost ready. Do you have any talents, bro? You mean other than, you know,
I'm a busy man.
you mean other than like editing and, you know, making videos and I would say maybe billiards pool. I'm pretty good at that. Say decent.
I don't want to rush you, but
probably not. I'm just not
the
into
suspense
Transformer
is
stuff.
killing me. Sometime today would be nice.
Is Tommy Vercetti a cartel boss? Not really. He doesn't do, he doesn't... His main businesses aren't really drugs. You know, they're just fronts. There are some, like the Boatyard does smuggle some drugs and the ice cream factory, I guess, but, you know, he has, you know, a lot of money from the film studios coming in, the Malibu Club, and, you know, counterfeit cash. Best 5 gangster crime games of all time that are still listed. You know, the GTA games, Saints Row, other crime games, GTA, Saints Row, I'm just trying to think. What other crime game? I mean, the Hitman games, if you really count those as crime games. The Mafia games, right? Mafia games. Those are still listed. And, something is still listed because I know Godfather isn't and Scarface isn't. Sleeping Dogs, yep. Sleeping Dogs too, yep, definitely. Do you have a favorite car in real life? Not really, no. Why does Ken Rosenberg show up in GTA San Andreas? I'm going to do a video on this in the future. Thank you, Imperialist, for that super chat. My top 5 crime games are Saints Row 2, Scarface The World Is Yours, Sleeping Dogs, Grand Theft Auto 4, and GTA San Andreas. Those are great choices. My favorite one of all time is Saints Row 2. I think Saints Row 2 is the best gangster game of all time. And thank you, Tin Orb. Thank you for still being a member of my channel. Thank you, man. Honestly, the online seems forced. In my opinion, the devs are really much more comfortable updating GT Online than Reddit Online from what I've seen. Yeah. And look, they accidentally liked the post that was on Save Reddit Online the other day. Well, you should check out Saints Row 2 CD, because Saints Row 2 offered more flexibility than GTA. Like, there was more stuff to do in Saints Row 2 than in GTA. Oh, that's coming, Kevin. That's coming one day. I already have that planned. Why do Mafia 2 and 3 have terrible user reviews? I also tried playing Mafia 1, but I felt like it was so boring in the first 30 minutes and quit it. Well, are you talking about the Definitive Edition? The Definitive Edition Mafia 1 is really good, but for Mafia 2 and 3, I don't know about 3. I think people didn't like the story in the third one, but in the second one, people loved Mafia 2, but they didn't like the Definitive Edition of Mafia 2. Thank you, Imperialist, for that super chat. Are you a superhero fan? If so, who's your favorite? I don't really have a favorite superhero, Blake. I did like Venom though, that movie, because I like Venom because he was like different. He wasn't really a superhero. Wasn't really a villain. More like an anti-hero. Yep. Sorry guys, I was a little tired here, but this game would be such a much better state if they actually updated it. Who is my all-time favorite GTA character out of all the games? Mine is Ryder. I'd say Nico Bellic is probably my favorite character. We're almost got this produced. 98 out of 100 goods. Is Sons of Samdi a cult? I mean, they worship the voodoo lord of the dead, but it's really I think the religion aspect is more for show. I think it's more of a gang than a cult. Yeah, a long time ago, Carlos.
And who's your villain in the GTA series?
Who's my what?
Villain.
My what?
Bad guy. Bad guy.
Bad guy?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of characters in the GTA games are bad guys. What do you mean?
Well, like mine's like not Tommy, Lance Vance.
Are you talking about antagonists?
Yeah.
My favorite antagonist in a GTA game, it would have to be probably Dimitri, because of just how unpredictable he was and just how psycho crazy he was. I thought Dimitri was a ruthless like antagonist, and I thought that was like
I thought Lance Vance was one too.
Lance I thought was more annoying, and he was just like with Lance Vance, it was just he was an extreme narcissist, and he was always used to getting his way, and when he didn't get his way, he decided to just screw Tommy over. But I'll have a video talking about that one day in the future. Our goods are almost ready. It's about to be produced, and I'm going to sell this right here when this is done. What's the funniest mission failed text in the GTA series? Also, you said you liked the Stafford in GTA Online in your video, so you bought one yesterday, I think you mean. But thank you, Mario, for the super chat. My favorite mission fail text would have to be what is it in the in Vice City Stories, if you fail to protect Phil Collins during the concert and they drop like the light show on him, and the text I think will say something like it was something Phil really is in the air tonight or something like that when it fails. So I think that's what it will say. No, I don't know how to make sushi. Okay, here we go. Let's start this. Oh, not local, distant. There we go.
Now, first off, if you stumbled across that latrine situation...
Is it still double money?
My sincere apologies.
Okay.
You leave soup out in the sun, you pay the price.
Felt in the air tonight, yeah, that was...
I found us a buyer. Now, it'll be a long ride, but they're offering good money. So just keep your eyes out for bandits.
There's no GTA characters that I hate more than Pulaski, Dimitri, Karen, Daniels, and Tenpenny. Yeah, they're all scumbags. I think when Karen Daniels, I think you're talking about Michelle, right? Well, Michelle kind of betrays you, but she's not really an antagonist. And thank you, Gaming Bro. Blue Water Marsh, okay. Saucer, how far is this drive? Phil definitely felt it coming in the air tonight. Yeah, that one was kind of fun. Funny.
It's not that bad, to be honest.
And look, we're not carrying any goods in the back, too. We're delivering $1,000 worth of nothing to Blue Water Marsh.
There's a bunch of goods appearing on my screen. The hosted's empty, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just from my screen. There's just nothing there.
Yeah, it's
Oh, oops. Sorry there. No, I've never visited Canada.
I hear the train.
Wonder if I can get there before 20 minutes. Be a little bit of a challenge, but I'll try.
You should just follow the train. And you can do that.
When did I start the stream? About almost 2 hours ago. I'm actually catching up to it right now. The train tracks will be a shortcut, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna help.
My favorite mission failed text is Eddie Lowe is still out there, waiting. Oh yeah, that's really creepy. Yeah, it's just knowing that you let a serial killer escape. Do you have a favorite Star Wars character? Oh yeah, my favorite Star Wars character is Boba Fett.
Yeah, mine's, I think it's with Hans. The Hans guy, not Hans, but the other one with Hans.
Chewbacca?
Yeah, Chewbacca, that's him. Oh, that's his name. And if you have any questions on Generation Zero, just please let me know.
Okay, Brandon.
Because there's a lot of updates you missed. They had... Wow, right now, 2 updates now, and plus they have another new update just not that long ago.
Pro, what do you think about Yoda? I think Yoda is pretty stupid, at times. For instance, like, if you read, like, a lot of the lore with him, like, Yoda is, like, Yoda was so obsessed with stopping the dark side that, like, any kind of emotion that people had, he basically believed that anything like that could lead to the dark side, which was is like with Anakin, for instance, he was like, he supported Anakin not getting a seat on the Jedi Council, and then he also so basically that's kind of insulting. They would have Anakin constantly report to the Council, but not make him a member of the Council, and then they had where he forbid like any kind of like relationships for like Jedis, which, you know, why are they not allowed to have relationships, and that actually made the situation worse. And then it was I think the worst thing that Yoda did was probably when Ahsoka had gotten, you know, framed And so Yoda did not defend her at all when she got framed, did not stand up for her at all. And then, like, when the Jedi Council realized that they messed up, instead of, like, actually apologizing to Ahsoka and actually telling them that they messed up, they're like, oh, this was your test. We realized the Force works in mysterious ways. So Mace Windu said, and Yoda just backed him up on that. So Mace Windu and, like, Yoda were kind of, like, you know, I say, a bit of scumbags. Like, they weren't, like, bad people, but they were just, you know, very arrogant, and they were just not, you know, a lot of the reason the Jedi fell apart in the old Star Wars games, I don't think they or not Star Wars games, but the old, like, you know, during the Clone Wars, it wasn't all Palpatine. Like, people think that it's all Palpatine. While Palpatine was a huge chunk of it, like, a lot of it was the Jedi Order was just incompetent. They were just stupid. They were arrogant, you know, and they always thought they knew what was best. And so a lot of it was also the Jedi Order's fault that they fell apart. And also, the Jedi were really supposed to be, the Jedi were supposed to be peacekeepers. They weren't supposed to be warriors. And the thing is, though, is that if you read the Star Wars lore, not everybody that fought in, like, the, not everyone that fought for the Separatists was, like, a bad person. Like, the Separatists had some legitimate grievances as well. Like, some people, like Count Dooku and, like, General Grievous, yes, they were, like, bad people. But, like, the common Separatist was not a bad person. That was it. Like, they had actual grievances with the Republic. There was corruption in the Republic. And so, like, it wasn't like the Empire that was evil. Like, the Separatists were much more different. But it was like the Jedi, they just decided to take a side, and they declared that the Separatists were just bad. They didn't even try to hear them out, and they just supported this huge long war against the destabilized the Republic, and, you know, brought about the Empire and all the other stuff. But it's you know, just read some things about the Separatists, because not all the Separatists in Star Wars were bad people. Are
And
you gonna
also,
try
if anybody
What are you saying, Brendan?
I'm just saying, if anybody in the live stream, if anyone has any questions on the game too, just please let me know.
Okay. Are you gonna try Saints Row reboot, the college teens versus the gangsters? I don't know, maybe. I said I wouldn't, but I'm probably gonna do a poll on Saints Row, and I'll do a poll and I'll ask people, do you want me to play this game? And if most people say yes, then I guess I'll do it. But it'll be up to my viewers. I love your commentary on GTA. I learned a lot. Well, thank you, Eddie.
When I'm down, they did full updates now. The second one was called the Phoenix Rising. It was a good update. And then they did another one called Resistant update on it. And the recent one update is, I can't think of the name of it, but the only thing I say is they release a new machine.
So they're still updating that game, like, almost 3 years later at this point?
Yeah.
Did they continue the story?
Yes and no, but they just add, really neat a new machine that's really cool. I enjoyed it. And the new machine's actually fighting the other machines.
I gotta reinstall Generation Zero one day again.
Yeah, and right now I just got a really bad bug right now. Hopefully they fix it. It's to remove all the safe houses on my screen, so I'm hoping they fix that glitch. And yeah, they installed a new.
Brandon, could you lower your mic a little bit? Just a few people in chat said if you could.
Oh, so they had a new machine. It's a really nice machine. And so in the Resistant update, they can actually do. Damn it.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I just have to get all these enemies out of here.
Ah, come on. Damn, I can't believe I missed all those shots. Yes, I'll do a playthrough on the Modern Warfare games this year. 'Cause Modern Warfare 2 is coming out this year. So I'll definitely do that.
What the hell's your...
Okay, there we go. I think that's everyone. Oh no,
Nope,
here-
still more to him. Oh. Okay, now that's all. Oh.
Pro, if you
So,
have
yeah,
a chance
did
to
it-
visit Capcom, what will you ask to Capcom? I would ask Capcom if they would ever consider making Mega Man Legends 3. Well, that was a good chunk of change we made from that.
That was fun.
No interruptions there, no griefers or anything like that. Actually peaceful drive.
So, okay, so continuing I was saying, so yeah, they had the new machines, which is the attacking the recent machines, and they include new weapons packs. They had a USA weapon pack and a Russian pack, I do believe, on that, because they had an RPG to the game.
How are you?
And then you can actually build a defense base in one location, and then they increase the storage capacity. You have to do some grinding some materials.
Well, I'll definitely check out Generation Zero when I get a chance to again, Brandon. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a poker match here though, so I'm gonna go into game chat because you need to go into game chat to play poker.
Alright,
Okay.
fun
I'll
stream,
see ya.
and I'll talk to you later.
Okay, Saucer. I'm gonna see you, Brandon Saucer. Oh, I didn't even know there is one, Mario. Hey, oh wow, a lot of super chats here. Thank you, Mario, for that super chat. I'll never forget how toxic the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies were. They became iconic. I also remember how quickscoping was encouraged and new tubes were broken. Yep. Do you know what the stupidest thing is? I'll tell you something really dumb about that, Mr. Waifu. I'm a sniper in a lot of games that I play, but when I use a rifle in games, when I'm a sniper typically, do you know what I like to do? Iron sights. I don't use any kind of sights except the iron sights, because I don't like scopes, I don't like the glare from them, and I like the challenge of being able to hit a target. If you're able to hit a target at a huge distance with iron sights, I think that takes a lot more skill than using a scope. But anyways, about this is there was this guy that was going on a rant about, like, you know, hard scoping in, like, you know, lobby that was playing on Vanguard the other day, and like I said to him, there's no such thing as hard scoping, it's called sniping. And he just started arguing with me, and I said to him, I use iron sights. Is that considered hard scoping too? And he's like, no, that's considered hard aiming down the sights. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, come on, like, this is so stupid. Like, where do people come up with these terms? Like, that's just, that's so stupid. Do you think Rockstar will update the game or essentially double down and not care about it? They'll probably double down and not care about it, Dano, but we'll see. It's still worth doing the Save Reddit Online thing. I still think it's worth it, though. Thank you, Mario, Mr. Waifu, and, Dano. Opinion. On GTA 6 having a female protagonist, 2 storylines for a father and his son in the 70s and 80s, I wouldn't mind it. You know, I don't mind a female character. I don't really care. I don't really care who the character is. The only thing I care about is a good story. You know, I want an interesting character, so I really don't care the you know, I really don't care on the character. I don't care about the character's gender or any of that. I just want a good story. So it's. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we'll bet $1 here. Let's see if any people go in. Somebody's probably gonna fold.
You hear they caught one of the laborers stealing wine from the church?
Yep, okay. I really hope he doesn't have a king or a jack, because then I'll be in trouble.
Oh, it was inevitable, really.
Ah, damn. Ugh. Damn. Even gonna lie, but your Godfather series, oh well, I'm glad that you enjoy it. Okay.
Latest shipments is long overdue. The investors are
Folding before you even see what cards are on the table? Okay. Aw, oh, come on, you gotta fold too.
My wife is gonna leave me for a man she met at the docks.
I really hope that I get a spade here. Or no, it's a clubs, I think, yeah. Well, I just took that, thank you. There, I got some of my money back at least. Okay. No, I don't have any pets. I want to find CJ's luggage in GTA 6, yeah. Story, what happened to CJ's bag after he left it there? Like, what happened to it? If you go back to that street where Tenpenny picked him up, you don't find the bag anymore, so where is it?
I was conversing with the
You know, they should do a plot about that.
And some grubby little fellow asked if I was speaking Italian.
As my nana used to say, nothing new under the sun.
You know, they're saying the city's revised school charter doesn't even pretend to offer Francophone.
Some people are gonna fold here. No, he has to have good cards if he's confident with that. Okay, I do have one pair at least. Thank you, Mr. Waifu. I hope to see you revisit Scarface The World Is Yours one day. The combat is very brutal and the dialogue's rather profane but very funny. Yeah, it is.
I've seen
okay, he's out.
Their beds in the streets at night. Unbelievable. Dear Lord, what are we coming to?
That's what he went in with? Okay, let's see, hopefully. Ah, he got the 4. Ah, damn. I would have won that with just the 2 there, but it's... Damn, not even... It's been some time since I got a flush. I'm hoping I get a flush, because it's been some time since I actually had a flush in this game. Do you think if the GTA 6 were to take place in Vice City, would be one of the protagonists like Hispanic? Yeah, possibly. I mean, they could do a Cuban character in like in Vice City. I mean, they could do something like Nico did. Like they could do like, you know, a character like, you know, just arriving from Cuba, like something like Scarface. They could follow that plot. You know, like Nico arrived in America also, like in Vice City. You know, I could see them doing a story like that. That'd be cool. Am I what, Eddie? I don't... what is that? Damn, not even one matching card.
My husband says the streets aren't safe after dark anymore.
Ah, c'était à prévoir.
Really hope that I get a king. Nothing.
Now the city's creating a new parish for that Italian screw up recently alighting on our heads. No one to it.
Let's see if we can trick him.
Never used to be this.
Okay, we got it. We tricked him. I had crappy cards, but I took it.
The hospice is overflowing. I hear the church has started a new fund.
Ouais, j'ai entendu parler.
No, I didn't know that, Mario. GTA roleplay servers, maybe one day, I don't know.
My wife is gonna leave me for a man she met at the docks. Ah.
Crappy cards, but I might get something matching, we'll see.
Well, well.
Yeah, I would love to see a GTA Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories remaster.
Absolutely legless last night for your man Martin's birthday. Drank far too much whiskey.
It's happened before, you know.
Sure, you know.
Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, wait. Ooh. I actually have pretty good cards.
That's the way of the world.
For a terrible hand, I actually have really good cards now. Wow, everyone's folding? What, because I put $1 in? Like, seriously? Everyone's folding over $1 that I put in? Like, really? Like, I just increase $1 bet and everyone folds? Is that how it works? Like, that was not even that much money that I put in, and everyone's folding over that? I thought I was gonna win more than that, because, like, the cards that I had were really good, but it's... Everyone's folding over $1. It's like... Well, if I know that people are gonna fold that easily, that's also an advantage.
Immigrants who are willing to live in the basement of the store down the street.
Yeah, but everyone had terrible hands. Like, it's like... Now I have decent cards this time, but I might not have any matching cards. Let's see. If they're gonna fold on 60 cents. He's folding on 60 cents. You got $42, dude. It's like...
I hear young Foucher's son does not have his father's eyes.
No. I would not say that.
Fold again. Okay, he's raising. Finally, people are putting some money in. I'm so glad I subscribed to your channel. Thank you, man.
Wine from the church?
Let's do that. See if he's gonna fold now. He's going in. If one of them has an ace, then it's gonna be trouble for me.
You know, they're saying the city's revised school charter doesn't even pretend to offer francophone subject matter.
There we go. Look at that. No, I never heard of that artist. I just don't. I just didn't get into the new Star Wars movies.
These cowboys, I'm tired of them riding through the streets. I see.
I really hope I can get a flush this time. Please give me a flush.
Latest shipments is long overdue. The investors are starting to worry.
Damn, well, I don't have a chance of, I don't have a chance of getting a flush here. I guess we'll see. I'm just gonna check. You know, I think one of the worst mistakes that you can make in poker... Oh, I'm gonna fold on this. I'm not gonna get it. One of the worst mistakes that I think you can make in poker is when you fold on your first hand. Because even if you have terrible cards, you don't know what the community cards are going to be. Because remember when I had 2 in my hand? 2 is a terrible card. But there was 2 2s in that, and so I had 3 2s. The community cards can turn a bad hand into a really good hand.
You hear they caught one of the laborers stealing wine from the church?
As my nana used to say, nothing new under the sun.
Oh, can you guys still hear me? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Waif, I didn't see your super chat. I've been playing Max Payne 1 and plan to play through the entire trilogy. The Jack Lupino boss fight was nightmare fuel, from how creepy he was. Yep. I'm gonna replay those games one day, Mr. Waifu.
Heaven knows where I'll find another as good.
Wow, Queen and the Jack, that's pretty good. Okay. Funniest way you've seen a gang get wiped out in the GTA series? I don't know. Maybe when Tony Cipriani hacked Paulie Sindaco's car. Damn, I have nothing matching here. Nothing. Hopefully I get something matching here. I just really hope everyone checks because I don't want to bet anymore here.
Vagrants making their beds in the streets at night. Unbelievable.
Cet endroit est vraiment devenu méconnaissable.
If I get one more, I can get a flush.
There's that young railroad man with a girl in every town from here
If I get one more club.
Oh, hmm.
No. I'm gonna check too on this.
The mademoiselle are acting like La Grande Vérole is some kind of new invention. Someone should tell them.
Damn, he won on a 7.
No, c'est vrai?
Would I play the Bully Scholarship Edition? Yeah, one day I'll play it. Oh yeah, the pinata in Vice City Stories. I almost forgot about that. Thank you, Eddie, for the super chat.
Well, furniture business ain't quite what it used to be.
See if I can win one more hand here.
That's the way of the world.
Maybe I could get a straight with these cards, maybe. I like, you know, horror games like Outlast typically. $5. A lot of people are gonna fold now. Yeah, everyone's gonna fold. Okay, she has no idea what she's doing. She went on $5 with that hand. Unless she gets a pair. Yeah. That was just,
The store closed. You couldn't compete with the 15 immigrants who are willing to live in the basement of the store down the street.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know what that is, Will. I watched both Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network when I was a kid. Yeah, look, she's putting in $4.90 again. She's gonna lose all her money. Folding again.
Ce ne serait pas la première fois.
Well, there's a lot of really scummy corporations, Mario.
It was inevitable, really.
I don't know about the whole companies, but it's like a lot of companies just up the chain. The executives are just really scummy people. Okay, she actually had a good hand that time. Wow. But, okay, she won that one. Okay, I want to win one good hand, and I want to take a lot of players' money here. Oh, hello, Aquil. How are you, man?
What I hear about now is these Italian thugs ruining the city. Mais où va le monde?
What's this? My favorite part of your rant videos is when you SpongeBob Sopranos King of the Hill and The Walking Dead for memes related to your rant. Well, thank you, Mr. Waifu.
Latest shipments is long overdue.
Thanks for the super chat.
Investors are starting to worry.
Ouais, j'ai entendu parler.
A GTA protagonist that realistically like its attitude character Nico Bellic Imperialist. Thank you for the super chat. Maybe I could get a flush here. We'll see. Screw it, I'll go in here.
My wife is gonna leave me for a man she met at the docks.
Ah.
I had a flush. Wait, no, I didn't. I was close. I want one more for a flush. Damn, it's so hard to get a flush in this game.
Tell you, you lot was knackered folk around here today. A whole lot of us was absolutely legless last night for your man Martin's birthday. Drank far too much whiskey. As my nana used to say, nothing new under the sun. Sure, you know.
My old tailor closed up shop. Heaven knows where I'll find another as good.
Ainsi va la vie.
Okay, here we go.
I've seen vagrants making their beds in the streets at night. Unbelievable.
Wow. Look at our cards.
Olga's gun had to let his store close. He couldn't compete with the 15 immigrants who are willing to live on the store down the street. Huh?
Thank you, Real, for the super chat. We both had the same cards.
Yeah.
Favorite Fast and Furious movie? Probably Too Fast, Too Furious. Probably my favorite one.
I hear young Foucher's son does not have his father's eyes.
No.
Okay.
Don't say that.
Yes, I will do Vice City Stories lore videos. Are the Triads in San Andreas the same in Liberty City? And why the Triads aren't organized as the Italian Mafia? No, they're not the same Triads. But it's those... The Triads are just more loosely operated than the Italian Mafia. The Italian Mafia is more strictly controlled by the boss, where the Triads aren't as controlled as much. Smaller Triad bosses are more independent of the main boss, but still have to pay the boss some tribute. Okay, let's see. Hopefully, I have the best cards here. I hope. Well, you know, if I get an ace, I'll win. Well. Oh my God! Is all.
So young lad, go clean up the slap the padre around the face.
That's all the aces.
He's a man of cloth.
I see.
Sure, you know.
I like your hat, thank you. I see the Fast and Furious movies the same way you see the Saints Row games, and the first movies are great before going nuts and rejecting roots. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I think the last good one was probably the one where they went into Brazil. That was the 5th one. I think that was the last good one. After that, it just went crazy, psycho. Like, it's just nonsense. Planes jumping into fighter jets and just tanks and just, it's like, you know, what the hell? Like, it's like I don't know what's going on anymore. Rockstar's story DLC would just continue from where the characters left off. They did anything. I'm doing terrible right now in poker.
You know, young Marie had quite a bump under her wedding dress.
Damn, no matching cards, nothing.
Well,
Damn, nothing.
still haven't heard from Alice. It's been months.
Well, what can you do?
Somebody has to have a pair. Yeah, I'll do San Andreas 100% one day. Let's see here. I'm about to go broke. I'm doing terrible right now, but I'm just, screw it. Ah.
I've seen vagrants making their beds in the streets at night. Unbelievable.
Terrible. I had such a good hand, but terrible community cards. I'm doing good, Samuel.
I hear the church has started a new fund.
En effet.
Oh, Destroy All Humans 2 Remaster is gonna happen. It's possibly gonna come out this year.
His father's eyes.
You all right?
Ben Brooks? That's the guy who stole, like, Dre's music at the end? I don't know, the Dr. Dre storyline was decent, but I don't know about, like, the final antagonist, I don't know. It was just, you know, it was just this guy that he had a problem with, that was just... This is my last hand, I'm just doing terrible. Got no matching cards, it's just my luck. Oh, wait. There we go. Finally. There we go, I got most of my money back. Okay, and I'm leaving now. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll probably be ending the stream here, guys. If you guys enjoyed the stream, though, do please drop a like if you guys enjoyed it. if you have any questions before I go, just let me know. I'll answer any questions you guys might have. Awesome stream as always. Thank you. My favorite Max Payne game, the third one. I don't know, Will. I mean, we never found out where Dimitri was. I think my friends list might be full right now, though. But will I stream Vice City 100% next? Yes, I will. Thank you, Eddie. Do I like the Walking Dead game? Which one? The Survival Instinct wasn't that good, but it was the Telltale one was pretty good. I have another top 5 on GTA coming out with San Andreas. What should I do after I finish up the story missions? Check out my video, Reddit Online Ultimate Beginner's Guide. There's like a whole list on that. But that video will help you. It's like 30 minutes long, but it goes through everything to do, and I think it'll help you out a lot. Artist Apex. So okay. Thank you, Vince. A country where you would live and why? Well, I can't really see myself living outside my country, America. So, you know, this is just my country. This is where I live. Thank you, Gabriel. Yes, I seen that. Well, sir. Maybe I'll do a Far Cry 2 playthrough one day. But I guess I'll be going here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope everyone has a good Sunday night or Monday, where you guys are at right now. But thank you, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And I'll be doing a Vice City 100% stream sometime probably this week. And we'll do also a Red Dead stream on Friday. So thank you once again. If you guys like my content, subscribe if you're new. I do, you know, streams like this, and I do playthroughs of games. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you everyone for the super chats and for coming by the stream to support me. Hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone.